Hello there. This video is what I like to say holds the meat of the video, pun intended, but it is where I do the raw chicken demonstration and go in depth a little more about my favorite cloths and a quick overview of the Safe Haven 5 that you'll see me mention a couple times throughout the party. The reason I mention it is because it is, in my opinion, the best place to start and has a couple extra items that we use daily in our home. So what those 5 items are is our detergent, so watch for the post on that. The cleaning paste, also watch for the paste on that. This tub lasts at least 2 years, and it's because you just use a little as you go, and you replace things like Barkeeper's Friend, Soft Scrub with Bleach, and Comet. So you'll see the post coming up on that. And then also it has the dusting mitt, the Enviro cloth, and the window cloth. These we like to call Bert and Ernie because they function best together like peanut butter and jelly with doing different jobs. You're using only water with all of these products. And my absolute favorite is the Enviro cloth. I'm often asked that question, and the reason is because it alone with water replaced 5 to 7 household cleaners. So I'm able to use just that in water in place of things like kitchen cleaner, bathroom cleaner, multi-purpose cleaners, and my favorite, those disinfecting wipes. We use just this in water all throughout our home, and we've continued to do so all throughout quarantine and everything going on with Corona. So I'm going to cover more of that when I do the chicken demo. And then this one, the window cloth, is what I did in the video before the party. It's what I use with the Enviro cloth with just water for windows, mirrors, stainless steel, marble, and granite. So often this one you'll see in purple or pink as a hostess gift, but it's often people's favorite just because it makes such a visible difference. With the Enviro cloth, a couple of the things that set it apart. This square has almost 1,900 miles of microfiber. That means I could stand in Canada and have one of you take the other end, bring it down all the way to the Gulf of Mexico. That's how much thread is in this one cloth. Because of that, it feels different than what you might imagine most microfiber does. It is way more dense, so it can hold 7 times its weight in moisture, and it is what can remove bacteria from the surface. So you get it wet with just water, clean the surface, and I've only met a few other people who will do this besides myself, but Norwex prides themselves in no cross-contamination, so you could take it from your kitchen where you've just done raw chicken and take it to your bathroom and clean up your toilet and back again. And I'm sorry if I just grossed anyone out, but I like to share that because it's what I have the confidence to do after using this exclusively for 6 years. I do rinse in between, depending on what I've cleaned, and the reason is not because I'm worried about cross-contamination, but because if I've picked up like 3D pieces of chicken or whatever you might find in the bathroom, I just want to make sure I get those things off. When I clean, I'm getting it wet with hot water. Temperature doesn't matter, but I like to use hot water because it kind of opens up the fibers and gives it a good clean. And then I also fold it in 4, and you don't have to do that either. I just like to, in case I want to open it up to a different side, or just makes it a little bit more manageable size in my hand. So that's the Enviro cloth. The second part that sets it apart, and this is true of almost all of our cloths, is that it has microsilver in it. Silver is a natural antimicrobial, and what that means is I can clean my surface with the cloth. That's what's picking it up. You can see that in the mechanical video that I'll post. But then the silver goes to work to self-purify the cloth. So because of that, one of my favorite parts is I can rinse it after I use it to clean today, hang it up by this handy little tab, and the silver will go to work to purify the cloth. So I can use it for about 2 weeks before I need to wash it. If you have soft water, you can actually go closer to 4 weeks. And the way you know is it'll just kind of get a little bit stiff and you're ready to throw it in the wash. These cloths never lose their silver properties, so you can use them for years and years and years. I tend to replace mine every 3 to 5 years or so just because that's when I find I'm wearing holes in them or wearing it out. And even then they go to the garage to be continued to use, just not inside my home. I probably have a higher turnover than most just because I have new ones at arm's reach, and I'll kind of feel them and be like, oh, I like this soft new one, so I'm going to switch it out. But the silver will last. It's not based on how many washes or anything like that. I will do a post on use and care But just a quick overview, you can wash them in the washer, dry them in the dryer. And I actually like to dry them in the dryer because it kind of fluffs them up. But the 3 little guidelines are no bleach, no linty loads, and no fabric softener. If you do that over time, it'll build up on the cloth and you'll go to hold it under the water and the water will bead off, which that's true of all of our clothing. So just the best way to do it is wash it with your sheets or your jeans. And then of course, I use our detergent that I mentioned because I like it. We've been super happy with it, and a little bit goes a long, long way. But there are other truly good, clean, pure ones out there. So that will just prolong the life of the cloth if you use one of those. So these little tabs are also handy because like this one says Enviro. My daughter painted my nails and now I'm seeing how those are. But this one says Enviro. The window one says window. To me, it just makes it easy to remember, oh, that's what she said to use that for. And then the back lock, that's how you know it has that micro silver in it that I mentioned. And that is a patent unique to Norwex. Then, let's see. If you're watching this and you have any questions or anything you want to add, feel free to do so in the comments. But I think those are all kind of my favorite properties. And like I said, these 3 are what I started with 6 years ago, and I have not gone back. Now when I do the chicken demo, what I'm going to do, and doing this is what helped me feel confident to both use these cloths in my home with just water, as well as the homes and businesses that I cleaned. So I have this chicken sitting out, and I'm going to rub it on the table in a minute. I think you guys can see that here. And then I'm going to use these swabs. And these are swabs not affiliated with Norwex, but I buy them from a lab online. And that's what the food industry uses to test for proteins on the surface. Proteins are smaller particles than bacteria. So when you're removing bacteria, when you remove proteins from the surface, you're also removing that bacteria. And when you see purple, you know that it's picked up bacteria. And when it's green, we say green is clean and the surface is safe to eat off of, or do whatever you'd like to with that. This one is the one I use all throughout my house. I will clean my counters, my sinks, my tables, my toilet, my kids' high chair, everything with the Enviro cloth. It does come in different colors, and I say that because often it's nice to have like a green one for this bathroom and a red one for the kitchen or something like that, just for convenience sake too. And then the window cloth also comes in different colors. And so I'm going to do the raw chicken demo now. So I'm going to take this chicken and rub it on the table, and it's been sitting out. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to gross anyone out. I just want you to see the effectiveness of the cloths. And now I'm going to throw my chicken away, and I'm going to swab this area. And again, for 6 years I've been doing this, and I never tire of seeing the results. So now I'm going to show you what I like seeing is how quickly it turns purple. So you can see it starting to turn, but I'll show you that again in a minute. And now I'm going to take this cloth wet with water, and I'm going to wipe down the surface. And that's it. Now I'm going to rinse this and hang it in my bathroom and keep using it to clean my house. And swab again. Just swab it really good. So you can see that green one. I love seeing that. And now so you can see them side by side. So I love it. I think it's pretty impressive and shows the power of the Enviro cloth. And now, like I mentioned, I'll rinse that, continue to use it, and we have a few more posts coming throughout the party. So be sure to comment and interact to join the giveaways, and just, I'm happy to help if you have questions too, so you can know how things work. Or if there's a product that you want to learn more about, let me know and I'd be happy to cover it. So thanks again for joining, and we'll see you a little bit more throughout the party.